Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're having a drive through Central Paphos all the way down to the seafront and the harbour area. So let's have the map up, and we're starting off by the Lidl Roundabout up top, and then we're going down to the Paps supermarket before we're going to be heading through Old Town before re-emerging onto the main road, taking us down to Kings Avenue Mall, heading towards the seafront, but then we're going to take a slight diversion to go down Bar Street and then come up Poseidonos Avenue to the castle. Okay, so that's out of the way. It's all relaxed now. So you got Lidl on the right in a minute. These are those traffic lights, one of the sets where you've got to be careful. You don't want to start crossing them when the light's orange, or you'll end up with a €300 fine. And nobody wants that. So the roundabout here, you turn right if you want to go to the Lidl. But we're going straight on. This has all been renovated in the last year or two. If you go onto Google Street View, you'll be able to see images that we posted a few years ago before the renovations, and you'll see how much the area's changed. They've been doing up the park on the right here as well over the last couple of years. Not sure whether that work's finished or not though, to be honest. Right, you got Renovations on the left, just up ahead. That used to be Carrefour back in the day. Renovations took them over, and they've also taken over Papantonio's supermarket. Do not get that confused with Papantonio's bakers though, which are different companies. So yes, but essentially at some point in the near future, all the Papantonio supermarkets will get turned into Renovations. Hopefully none of them will close and they'll all stay open still, but time will tell. Anyway, if you like our channel, or like our films rather, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the little bell for notifications if you can see it anywhere. I never can. And share the films far and wide. The more people who see them, the more ad revenue we get, which is nice. And if you want to help us out financially, then go to our buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Life page, and you can chuck us a few coffees there. Please do, because they go to more camera equipment and general necessities in life. And if you want to get something in return, go to etsy.com/shop/Paphos Life. There you can get trinkets and memorabilia of Paphos using artwork that we've created in the past, including calendars, cups, t-shirt, believe it or not, with our logo on. Quite a few things anyway, so have a look there and see what takes your fancy. Also follow us on Facebook, our Paphos Life page, or Paphos Chat Facebook chat group, or if you want more info on the whole of Cyprus, go to our Cyprus Chat Facebook group. Right, so we're coming down towards Papantonio's main store soon. So I'm a little bit getting ahead of myself. There's a very good bookshop just there on the left, and a good butcher on the right. And some free car parking here on the right as well. And down we go. Right, so Papantonio's supermarket will be on the right, just there, you can see it. And we're going up to I suppose it's called Papantonio's Roundabout, that's what I've always called it. If you go straight on, you'll get to Kennedy Square, and you go left, you'll get to Butcher Boy Road, but we're going right because we want to go into Old Town, which is where, I mean, technically Kennedy Square is Old Town as well, but it is like, when people say Old Town, they mean down in this area. And if you go right here, you'll be on the Cloaca Road, sorry. That will eventually join the main coast road to Coral Bay, or if you take a turning, it'll take you up to Tala. You can't get there this way because the road we're about to approach that goes through Old Town is one way. So we're going to be turning left up here. That's the only way you can turn. And there's lots of nice little eateries down this road. There's also a very nice hardware store. I say it's very nice because I do love the way they present themselves. They have all their goods on display outside and it's very photogenic. There it is. And there's more restaurants down there on the right, all serving yummy food. Now if you go left here, you'll be in the little square where Pumpkin House is and the main bus station. And just down here on the left is what's left of the famous Aphrodite's Children's mural, which is currently being built over or around. Whether the mural will still exist, I don't know. I imagine at some point it's going to be painted over because apparently it's going to become a small hotel. Not just that room, that would be a very small hotel, but the whole building there. I don't know. This is what I've just heard on the grapevine, so to speak. We're turning left here, which is unusual for us. There's a nice artisan coffee shop just there on the left, and this lovely orange building is the old post office. There's a viewpoint on the right with the girl without the sparrows statue, so cool, because it used to have sparrows but they kept getting nicked, believe it or not. And another of the big coffee chains, whether it was Costa's or not, I can't remember. There's Marks and Spencer's retail, an outlet store on the right there, which is bigger than you think when you first go in there. It's on several floors. That's where you can get the food from. If you want to get shorts, you have to go to the main place in the mall, and then you have to ask a lady because you won't be able to find them otherwise. He said from previous experience. So we're turning right here, we're back onto the main road now. Once purchased, I was very happy with the shorts, it has to be said. So we're now heading down to Kings Avenue Mall. Past the new petrol station just up here on the right. Haven't yet worked out whether their price, because sometimes when there's a new petrol station, they'll have a very competitive price to start with, so to get people going up there and using them, and then the price will creep up a couple of months later. I just want to see what those ones were. And I believe that one was moved from, it used to be up near Kennedy Square car park, that garage. Presumably the old one is getting demolished to make way for the new museum they're building there. I'm speculating there, so don't quote me on that. There's Electroline on the right. One of the numerous shops which is a bit like Curry's. Everyone's being Stephanis and Bionic. And Public, I suppose, as well, though Public's more like W.H. Smith. Right, you got Alpha Mega. This is the newer Alpha Mega on the left. There's another one up by the motorway roundabout. Followed by Cosmic Bowling on the left, and there are a number of takeaways and restaurants on the right, which are very nice. Especially, there's a very nice pizza restaurant there. I have to recommend that highly. I think it's tucked up in there. And then you have the mall itself, Kings Avenue Mall. And Kings Avenue Mall roundabout. And beyond that, you have Paphos Walkway, which connects the archaeological park to the top of Fabrica Hill, so you can see more archaeology. Now, you don't have to be in the archaeological park to get on this walkway. In fact, the start of it is just outside it. If you're in a car and you want to get on the walkway, you need to take the first right turning up here, which you come to. And that will come round, and there are a few places there to park. And then Bob's your uncle, so to speak. So you had the catacombs on the left there. And we have numerous shops and restaurants. Mainly shops, it has to be said. There's another car park just there on the left. Now, to be a bit different, we're going to be turning left here and going past St. Paul's Pillar. Well, not directly past it. It's a bit to the right of us, it will be, but we're using this as a means of getting into Kato Paphos rather than going past Pap Antonio's, because I'll be coming back that way. It's the only way you can come back in this direction, and I like doing loops that don't repeat themselves if I can. And now we're coming up to the little square where Bar Street starts. There were a number of bars and restaurants around here. There's a nice little waterfall. Be careful when you drive around this area, because there are a lot of one-way streets. And I'm often coming into cars that are going the wrong way. And if that does happen, just be friendly and give gestures to indicate when they're going the wrong way. There's no need to be cross. Right, so we're now at the start of Bar Street and moving on. We've got Baywatch Bar is just on the left. And now we're hitting the restaurant end quarter, so to speak. Pretty much all it is around here at the moment, restaurants. And then there's that nice little chapel, which means that we're coming into Bar Street proper. There's VIP, and there's Flares on the left, and Bubbles on the right, and Notorious, which never seems to open anymore. Notoriously closed. Then you get to the less salubrious end of Bar Street, which will hopefully get renovated at some point. I mean, just about everywhere else in Paphos has been renovated, so it seems like they've saved the best to last. Who knows? And now we're coming up to the top end of the Poseidonos Avenue renovations, and they still got a bit of work to do here, just to finish off the water features. And I think there's more shades that needs to go in. I'm not sure what the schedule is. I'm sure they're on it. But the key thing is people can walk up and down there without getting disrupted anymore. And it looks very nice. I mean, drone footage I published of here especially looks very nice indeed. But look at it all. Lovely. So now we're heading down to Paphos seafront itself. As you can see, the weather is still pretty gorgeous, so just let this guy, he decided he wanted to reverse out onto a main road, but God bless him. Again, always expect the unexpected when you're driving in Cyprus, and you'll be fine. Never take anything for granted. There's a bus ahead of us. You can see how the new supplementary cones are faring. If you remember, they put these ones because people kept parking here. Oh, none of them have been driven over yet. Now we're coming up behind the back of Paps Supermarket, and you can see what I mean about the loop that I wanted to keep. Turning right up there takes you back into Kato Paphos, and you'll end up at that fountain we drove past a while ago. You've got M Boutique Hotel on the right there now. And we're coming up behind Paps Supermarket. There's a lovely bicycle on the balcony up here, which is very photogenic on the right. There we go. It's gone past there. And this will bring us back onto the main road down to the seafront and Harbour. You probably know where we are though. Notice on the right there now, that seems to be pretty much reconverted back to a car park, how it was a few years ago. Whether that's just a temporary measure and they're going to be building something else there later, I don't know. But basically the dusty car park is back where it used to be. It used to be used recently as a bus station, but because they've opened a new one, that freed up the area again. And we're just going down the seafront now. You'll see a little bit of the harbour, not a great deal, and then I will be parking somewhere. I won't bother showing you exactly where I park because you've seen me park before and it's no more exciting than that was. There's the archaeological park straight ahead there, and there's the new little bus station I was talking about. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Paphos is still as lovely as it ever has been, and we will see you in the next film. Cheers.